to some people that are doing some trail magic, which was pretty awesome. And now we are heading up the mountain.
Good afternoon. It is about 5 o'clock or so, maybe a little after. I've been on trail most of the day. I caught a shuttle from the hostel that we stayed at last night and got dropped off the trail probably about 9:15 or so. Started out the day with some trail magic. There was a group there at the trailhead setting up for trail magic, so they gave us some snacks to take on our way, and we've been on trail. I already climbed 2 mountains, and now we're kind of just on a straightaway making our way to camp. Plum's ahead of me, and Grateful and Two Shoes, they stayed in town just a couple more hours, so they should be behind us somewhere. And so they're going to catch up this evening. That's the plan, at least when we left town, and so hopefully they show up. But it's been a decent day. I'm rocking some new shoes, and so my feet feel great compared to what they have been, even after hiking over 10 miles. So we're planning on hiking 16 miles today to Big Branch, it's called. There's a shelter. However, we will probably try to stop right before the shelter because far out the navigation app says there's not much tenting there at the shelter. So there is some tenting before you get to it, and so we're probably going to stay there or try to stay there. And so it's raining. It's been raining off and on most of the afternoon, but nothing too extreme. But we're just gonna, like I said, we're just gonna keep making our way to camp, set up our tents, make something to eat, and have a good night. So with all that said, I will talk to you again soon from the trail. Oh yeah. Yep. Have some trail magic. Good afternoon. It is, about 6 o'clock or so. I'm less than a mile from camp. I'm heading to a shelter this evening. I'm gonna be camping in my tent. Had a good day. It's been a beautiful day. The weather has been fantastic, no rain. And so I believe there's supposed to be clear skies for the next few days. And so I'm going to try to push some miles out the next few days. Plan on hiking, hopefully, to a town called Rutland, Vermont tomorrow. And so I got to resupply there, possibly stay in town there at the Yellow Deli. I'll talk a little bit more about the Yellow Deli shortly, but it's a unique place, I'll just say that. But we are, Plum and I, we've been hiking together today. Last night, 2 shoes, and grateful we're supposed to catch up. However, because of the rain, the storm that came in yesterday, they decided to spend another day in town. And so they're behind us at the moment. They plan on doing 2 20-mile days to catch up. And so hopefully they'll be able to catch up really soon and meet us in Rutland or somewhere short, or somewhere close by, I should say. Like I said, it's been a good day of hiking. We've done about 15 miles and even had some trail magic at the end of the day. So just left some trail magic a little bit ago, and there was an elderly couple who were doing the trail magic. We had received a text from another hiker saying they were going to do trail magic until 4 o'clock. And we arrived to the parking lot, or the road that they were supposed to be parked, and there was no one there. And so we sat there about 20 minutes thinking we missed it. And then once we started hiking up the mountain, we saw another road or a little parking lot, and they were parked there. And so we did get some trail magic from them. They stayed just a few minutes longer than they had planned, just because we showed up at the last minute. So I appreciate them. I appreciate them staying. But like I said, it's been a good day. Tomorrow's going to be a long day, and so we're just keep pushing miles. I was just told by a southbounder, somebody hiking the Long Trail, which shares this part of the Appalachian Trail, that tomorrow we may pass 1,600 miles. I'm sorry, 1,700 miles. And so that means we will only have approximately 500 more miles until we're finished. And so I'm looking forward to that. I'm excited about that. And so with all that said though, I'm gonna get to camp, get something to eat, and get some rest. So I will talk to you soon again from the trail. Good night. 1,700. Less than 500 to go.
Yeah, but I thought the 1,700 was actually.
Well, it's about 2 o'clock. We've hiked nearly 14 miles. There is thunder off in the distance, and we are standing on top of a mountain, so we're trying to hurry up and get to the top. There is a shelter near the top, so we're gonna hopefully, if it starts coming down, wait out the storm there in the shelter and have a late lunch, because we haven't eaten lunch yet. And so past 1,700 miles, just a little bit ago, right before we started the big climb, or I should say at least halfway up the big climb. But like I said, it sprinkled a little bit and there's thunder off in the distance. So right now we're racing the clock. So I will talk to you soon, hopefully from the shelter. Well, I'm here in Redford, Vermont. I'm here at the Yellow Deli. We are staying at the hostel, which is above the Yellow Deli, the hiker hostel. Stayed here last night, planning on taking a 0 and staying one more night. We were gonna hike out this morning, but decided to wait a little bit, trying to give both Grateful and Two Shoes time to catch up to us. And so they are right now on top of Mount Killington, and so they should be down hitching a ride into town shortly. But it's been a good day, a beautiful day. Had breakfast this morning at the hostel, or I should say at the deli, and we walked down to Walmart, which is less than a block away. I did our resupply, and now Plum has gone to the outfitter. She's had a few things that she had to get from the outfitter, but it's been a good day. Got to meet some very interesting people here at the deli, and as well as other hikers, and so enjoying our time here in Rutland. But gonna hike out tomorrow morning first thing. Gonna catch the bus here in town out to the trailhead, and then hike approximately 16 miles to it is a hut or a shelter. I think it's called the Outlook. It's what it's called, something like that. But we're gonna have a good day of hiking. It's not supposed to be any rain in the forecast, so at least it shows, and so looking forward to that. But like I said, we're staying one more night. I'm gonna just take it easy and then hit the trail in the morning. So with all that said, I'll talk to you again soon from the trail. Good night. Good morning from the trail. We left town, it's been a while, several hours ago. We're about 7 miles in, have about 9 more miles or so. Just crossed Stoney Creek. Stoney Creek is the location where a fellow thru-hiker by the name of Steady Eddie was washed away a couple weeks ago. They found his body approximately 1.5 miles downstream from where the Appalachian Trail crosses the creek. And so we just passed by the memorial and over the creek, and it's a sad story. He was according to the people who knew him, he was a nice guy. He loved the outdoors, he loved the trail, and so my prayers go out to him, or rather his family, and all those who knew him, and for the loss of this dear man. So with that said, we are heading to camp. Like I said, our plan was to stay at the lookout. However, we are finding out as we go along that a lot of people are planning on staying at the lookout. And so we're gonna make our way to camp. Hopefully by the time we get there, the shelter is not full. But if it is, then we'll just have to think of a plan B. And so right now, we're just gonna enjoy our hike, enjoy the trail, and just enjoy the day. So with that all said, I'll talk to you soon again from the trail. Good evening. It's about 5:30. I'm just about to camp. Have less than a mile to go. It's been a decent day. However, it's been a long day. Set out early this morning. Our plan was to hike 17 miles to the lookout shelter, and we are almost there. Took a 0 yesterday. A 0 means that we took a day off from hiking. Spent time there in Rutland at the Yellow Deli, a place called the Yellow Deli. And so the Yellow Deli, I want to talk a little bit about. Yellow Deli is ran by a group known as the 12 Tribes. The 12 Tribes is known, or has been referred to, as a cult. And so you may be thinking, well, Gadget, why are you spending time at a cult? Well, the food was good, but that's not the reason. I just wanted to take the time to check it out for myself and find out if it truly was a cult, or if the people there are only misunderstood. And so I got the opportunity to talk to some of the brothers. That's what they call themselves. And we got a little bit into theology, me and one of the members. And so I still have several unanswered questions I would like to ask them about their idea, or their belief, I should say, of who Jesus is. But it is an organization who promotes love and kindness to humanity. They offer a hostel, free hostel to hikers, and that's where we stayed. We stayed there. They serve food there at their deli, and the food is delicious. But it's an organization that reminds me a lot like the Mennonites, the way they handle things, the way their organization is structured. It is their belief that they are living out how the church was originally functioned. And so many of the members live together in community. They share everything. None of them get paid directly, but they get paid based on need. And they say they derive that from Acts chapter 2 in the early days of the church. But I found this organization to be very kind, very encouraging to others, especially those who struggle. But there is some confusion based on their theology. And so I would encourage anyone, before you enter or stay with the 12 tribes, to do your research, to know what you believe, and to be prepared to give the evidence to that faith. And so I enjoyed my stay there, and I enjoyed having those conversations and being able to witness and to share the gospel with some of the members who were there. But like I said, it was a very interesting place. And so like I said, I'm almost to camp. I will be there just in a few minutes, so I will let you go for now. And again, like always, I will see you again from the trail. Good night. Well, it's a little after 7 o'clock. I am here at a viewpoint. I just set up camp just on the side of the trail. I'm gonna be going down the mountain tomorrow. I got about a 10-mile walk tomorrow into Hanover. I'm gonna be entering into New Hampshire tomorrow, and so that's a big milestone. After New Hampshire, we enter into Maine, and so just chipping along on my hike. It's been a good day. It's sprinkled a little bit, but nothing too severe this afternoon. However, tomorrow it's going to rain all day. It's supposed to come in sometime in the evening and rain until late tomorrow. So we're going to get up early, make our way down the mountain and over to Hanover. And so right now it's just me and Plum. It's been hiking. Grateful and Two Shoes, they're behind us about a day or so. They're trying to catch up, but for some reason they keep stopping. So they haven't been able to catch up yet. So we're hopeful. Hopefully they'll be able to catch up with us soon. But it has been a beautiful day. And so, but we did close to 19 miles, and my feet feel it. And so in a minute, I'm gonna just hunker down in my tent, get ready for the rain to come, and get some rest. I just finished eating. I ate me a Mountain House lasagna, and I just added some Cheez-Its to it, so just to add some texture. And so it was good. I enjoyed my dinner, and now I'm going to enjoy some sleep. So with all that said, I'll talk to you again soon from the trail. Good night. Well, we just passed over the river, and which means we are now in New Hampshire. One more state to go. Here we come, Maine. Well, we finally made it here out of the rain. We ended up getting a hold of some trail angels here in Hanover by the name of Jason and Catherine. They're going to allow us to camp underneath their patio awning, and so it's a pretty big space here. Plus there is some tables, and so we're going to be able to go through our food tonight, figure out what we need to resupply for in the morning, and then hit the trail first thing in the morning. And so it's not supposed to rain tomorrow, and so we're looking forward to that. But we are just getting ready to settle down. Catherine just came out and said that we can take showers, and she's going to do our laundry for us. And so we appreciate people like her and Jason, and just their hospitality and their kindness towards hikers like myself. We couldn't do it without them. And so it has been a wet day. We only hiked about 10 miles today. However, it was a wet 10 miles. We came down the mountain this morning, ended up stopping by the Hart family's house. They have a what is known as the Blue Barn, just right over the bridge as you go into a town right down on the bottom of the mountain. And they served coffee this morning, so we were able to eat some snacks, have a cup of coffee first thing this morning, and then head through the wilderness into New Hampshire. And so we are here in it's called Hanover, New Hampshire. We are going to be doing about 16 miles tomorrow to a shelter, and then after that we're probably going to push another 2 or 3 days to be able to get to a hostel. We're going to stay in a hostel, just a Nero into a hostel right before we enter into the Whites. This hostel is supposed to get hikers ready for the big climbs and to know the information you need to know going into the White Mountains. The White Mountains can be dangerous if not taken seriously, and so we want to take them seriously. We want to understand what to look out for, to be able to watch the weather, make sure weather doesn't change on us as we're going over the top of some 6,000 foot mountains. And so but we are looking forward. Me personally, I'm looking forward to what's to come. And the next state, as stated earlier, is Maine. And so we are nearing the end of our journey. However, I have probably about 5-6 more weeks before I reach Katahdin. But until then, I'm going to enjoy every step of the way. And so with that said, I will talk to you again soon from the trail. Good night.